Yep. All right. We are starting. And we are also on Twitch right now. And let's do me a favor and run the TikTok live part. All right. Do we probably have some flares to use? I have no idea. For that alone, let's wait for people to join. Interesting. There is this flare system that we can check it out. It's kind of amazing. Let me actually... We are waiting for first person to actually comment something. Oh man, yeah. Alright, so we have everything there. I muted the chat, so at least I can hear you out. Nice, we have this creator camp thingy. I don't understand how this works, but it seems like it does not work as intended. Nice. Are we there? People are joining. Very cool. Let me wait for your comments, guys, and then we start. Today we are going actually to check what I have new for this, because we have new stuff to talk about, which is kind of yeah, it's a bit of differences when it comes to dependencies. Here we have Multer and probably some changes regarding how to do files. So in our controllers now, everything is actually new, and we have this kind of yeah, this kind of Prisma part where we also upload noises. So I want to talk about this in the chat and see how it works. Yeah, good. So what else? Yeah, that's it. I mean, today we're gonna talk about that part, probably some server stuff, and maybe how to actually make it ourselves, how to actually upload these files into the database, and then therefore not use them into actually being there in our assets in the app, because right now the application is actually around 300 to 500 megabytes just because of these noises being there. So I want to actually to get rid of them and see how we go with this, and also maybe to edit the part of yesterday, which is the to-do app part. Cool. Can you show the whole app? You are the first one in the chat. Yeah, I will 100%. So stick to the chat. Let's wait for some people, and then we start to look about stuff that we did. All right. On the other hand, though, I'm trying actually to find out how I can claim some flares. That's what I called. Yeah. So these flares are actually kind of helpful. They let you get exposed more to people, and I'm gonna activate one now to see if that will work. It's a Saturday for sure, people will be less, but it's also midnight here, so I'm in between two time zones, the CST and the CET. It's too late for the CET and too early for the CST, so kinda, yeah, a bit between both, but yeah. All right, if you are here for the first time, please make sure that you follow, maybe, and I'll let you know also that one of the things that I do is just live streaming every day until the end of the year. Let's see how many people we will reach, and at the same time I'm trying my best to kind of create as many projects as possible with the chat, and maybe that will play in our favor, where we will actually try a lot of things. and maybe build some SASs and actually deploy them. I have no problem doing that. I already bought a VPS not so long ago, and I still didn't configure it correctly, but I'm gonna use PM2 with GitHub Actions, as everything is actually on GitHub. So yeah, let's see how that goes. All right, so if you want to see the application though, let me just show you that part. I need always to retrieve my password. Yeah, so yeah, it looks very odd right now. Yeah, so we have a lot of parts in it. We have the parts where this is our to-do list, basically. This is our timer, and this is our yeah, like sound time, white noise sound bar or something like that. You can call it whatever you want. Yeah, I have some white noises that we can listen to. This is one of them, being one of them, and so on and so forth. We can play them together with this, for example. So you can do whatever you want, which is really epic. I mean, I like it so much. I mean, the functionalities that we implemented in this are just epic. Hack into my ex's phone. Well, I wish if I could be a hacker, but yeah, I exited that life so long ago. So now we are just creating this application again and again and again, making it more secure, creating also the part where we can upload our own files. This is a file part where I need to actually check it because this was done by one of the viewers. He added this part of the white noises, and I'm not sure exactly what he used here, but he told me that we can do S3 buckets or we can upload things locally, which is amazing because that's one of my goals, is just to upload everything locally. And even though the application will be like a bit maybe high in volume, but I don't care that much. I will just let one person maybe upload these white noises, or me and another admin or something like that, right? So therefore I can actually just upload whatever I need and stop there. All right, so I actually have some things to do because now I have to-dos here. So one is add to-dos, one is get to-dos. And one of the things that I need also here to do is just maybe the export to-dos part, right? So, and delete to-do part, because I honestly need to delete one and also need to alter one, so I can patch or delete basically. So export const delete to-do equal, yeah, I might actually need the same thing here. But the thing that I need from the user is just something like in the request the token should be there, the user should be there, just to check, right? Yeah, but actually I don't probably need the user, but maybe it's just something that we want like to get still. And yeah, maybe to do ID, that would be something that we need also from the body. Yeah, that would be something coming from there probably, right? And yeah, to do blah blah blah. This part I might not need in this case, just to check the token or something, but I might leave it anyhow. So to do await to do find first, right? Or find unique. Yeah, find unique seems like to be a good one, but find first will be also nice, right? Where user ID equal user ID, and also to do ID will be equal to do ID. Or maybe here in this case I just do to do ID just simply like that, right? Object layer may only specify no property. To do ID is not existent type. To do where import. Maybe ID directly. Maybe ID. To do ID, that will exist for sure. Find first, yeah, but then how does this do if? To do exists though, because it might not, right? then I'll paste that there and go here and just delete that to do. So await prisma.todo.delete. I actually can't pass to do directly like that, but let me see what actually it accepts, like this delete part. Yeah, it accepts delete blah 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 blah, where arguments to delete had to do, it should be a one argument, delete where. Should be always where, right? Oh man. Where to do ID or ID equal to do dot ID. Yeah, sounds like cool, right? Did you mean to do? Yeah, here to do. Issue with finding to dos. With probably deleting to do here, and therefore we are good to go actually, right? Shandaban said, oh my gosh, holy crap, I'm actually using this stack right now. That seems cool. I mean, I'm really happy for you. At least we can help you out. Hi brother, your LSP might not be working correctly. When I open that file, line 10 has a type error because Express doesn't contain Multer. Yeah, because you need to do npm install maybe. Middleware is supposed to check the token. I mean, yeah, by the way, for Evils, we did a lot of changes with another PR from another person. It's just that I have Multer installed right now in my package.json. If you check it, here you go. You see? That's first, and then secondly is your ID isn't telling you, that's for the Multer part, and then middleware is supposed to check the token. Yes, that's correct. I think middleware, I can delete the token part, right? Because I think I don't really need it. And the type issue where exactly? In line what? In line 10 you said? All right. This is line 10 for this file exactly, or this file exactly in noises, this one. So I am on both line 10s. Let me know which file. Actually, he's not using next here at all. This is from one of our friends who did this. I actually checked it with him on Postman, but I didn't see any errors. No, now line 7. Okay. Line 7. Oh, okay. This one then. Oh, okay, you mean this part. Okay, so basically the token part, because add to do it doesn't take the token maybe. So that one, your line number doesn't work, right? Maybe I need to restart my LSP. 1 second. I'm restarting. Yeah, it's not showing me any errors actually. Here also I tried to save, so now I don't see anything. Yeah, console.errors, that's really totally fine for me. Just let me know the file. So now I have a new structure of new files. Just let me know the file and line in your VS Code basically. Okay, noises file. All right, then I get the point. Now line 7. Express doesn't have Multer in it. Add sound request. So this one you mean, right? Okay. Why don't you use cursor? I would love to use cursor in the future actually, but now I got used to NeoVim so much that I cannot move away from it. Calm said, I really want to use this terminal. I shared actually with everybody, so you can find it out. You can find it out everywhere. You can also ask me to do that. I will maybe DM me, I'll share with you that. Your ID not tells you, so you never really know the true problem. Yeah, so my ID is actually hiding this from me. I don't know. Maybe my LSP at this point is broken. Yeah, maybe I need to take a look after that. Honestly, right now I feel like it might take me more time to set up my LSP right now than coding, so we can get back to this part later on. Yeah. But I will still open this. Okay, so he has now a problem with Multer. Say namespace global.express has no export member Multer. Oh, okay, local file storage. Ah, okay, wait a second. Local file storage. But it's exported to class here, right? File store client, yes, this is the one, and this is where it's exported actually. And this is what he shared with me right now. He shared with me a file. Well, the express.multer.file does not have an exported member called multa. Interesting. Has no exported member. Yeah, that's odd. Yeah, I'm using NeoVim, by the way. I honestly don't know what is this and how to solve it, but I think, yeah, they are separate packages. But doesn't that mean that probably the types of Multer package will just solve that problem? Because here I have the Multer part here, and maybe just use the Multer directly in that file store client part. If this one, where is it, in the noises part, if this one comes as multer.file, does that probably solve the issue? Let me check. Multer type, yeah, dot file. There is nothing like that, right? Multer only reference to a type, but it's being used as, okay. I don't see that. There is another way. Multi-query file, maybe, I don't know. Multer interface doesn't have file in it, so interesting. Alright, honestly, I'll look into it. I have no problem checking it for sure, but for now I will make sure that this will be my next focus after I finish up with the to-dos part. Yeah. So yeah, I think as you said there, the easy fix is to import the correct type, but I have no idea what is multering providing as a type in this case, and that's why in my word is just to check the multer package first, and then make sure that I understand it and I understand all its types and how it works, and then move back, right? Unless you have the type from the top of your head right now to share it with us. I don't know about that. Because Pro Evil's here on Twitch, because yeah, we are also on Twitch at the same time. Yeah, we have this easy fix to import. He said that we have this easy fix to import the right type, but I am just highlighting how stuff like this makes understanding the issue you face exponentially harder. Yeah, because issues like LSP not working will push me in the dark. It looks like you are working on TypeScript project and encountering issues with TypeScript. 100%. That's 100%. Yeah, what else are you guys talking about? You're teaching or just pondering? Am I silent for you? This is a white noise app that I created and we are trying actually to finish with it. What do you think about Meta front-end development course on Coursera? I think that it's really good. I mean, I checked it. It has a lot of React stuff that are really nice for you to follow up on. I'm now reading comments, so if you want me to read the comments, just comment, right? ASMR voice. Maybe. True, actually. A lot of people said that, and I don't think so. Alright, cool. Let's continue. Yeah, I'm more Toxins. Yes, I'm working on White Noises app again. I will still work on it until I finish it. So I added actually something here about this part. I don't know, should I use this because the middleware already will take care of it, but yeah, the middleware actually have that, so I don't think that I need that to do part. About token part, I will check now the middleware another time though. Let me check. Yeah, seems like to be correct for now, but I have this token blacklist. Oh, wait a second. Does the middleware checks for the token blacklist part? I think that the middleware is actually in the users part. Or you know what, let me check the route. And the middleware is called user authenticate middleware. And it's not checking. So this one needs to be here. Because this will have token automatically, right? Oh man. Yeah, like that. But does it have the token automatically here? For some reason it doesn't, but I might actually check it out in the header, like what I did exactly here. Probably it's come from the header anyhow. Should be, because that's the middleware part. And user authenticate is just for getting the user back, but how can I actually edit my middleware here to have that token part? So does the middleware can accept a request, right? So whenever I actually try to do authenticate, whenever I have in my requested headers will be read by both, by the middleware and this one. Therefore this here is also not necessarily there. Am I right? Right? Yeah, which runs first before the middleware. Yes, the passport config part actually is there for me. Yeah, the passport file, which is to the config here. Where is it? Yeah, this one. We'll try to get the user first, and it will return the user anyhow. And it will use a token for that. Yeah. And it extracts from bearer token from header. So what I understand is this is getting the same rec dot headers, that one, right, that we have here, dot authorization dot token, or probably like that, and it does that for me and returns the user anyhow, in any case. Yeah. So let me actually do this in a, just to let you know what I'm thinking, right? So Scalidraw. What I'm actually thinking is that because I have the config part, right, the config always will take the GWT token from the bearer automatically, right? If I have it though. If I don't have it, it will return automatically 401. That's what I see here, or it will return a null basically, right? And then automatically append the rec.user inside whatever comes next. So if next is get profile API, or maybe is RESTful API calling like the get profile function, which means that I want actually to get the user back to check if the user is logged in or not. Already before I pass here, it will have the rec.user in it because it just found that everything is there. Is this correct? I mean, I feel like this is correct. And I'm asking people who were with me here for as long as as possible. Hi, sir, async. I like how people actually now call me async. That's a really nice nickname. Should I major in CS if math is the worst subject? I mean, math won't stick to you as much. Yeah. And our friend here said maybe install save dev types express / types multer. I think that also needs to be downloaded. Yeah, correct. Let's see about that. Cool. So let me continue on this. I hope that this is clear, because here only if there is a token and the token is valid and the user exists. Yes. All right. So this will happen in a beautiful word where there is a token in the header. Okay, you said only if there is a token and plus a user, right, exists. Yeah, so user plus, so basically there's something. And what else did you said? And the token is valid. So what should happen if any of those three are false? What should happen is yeah, and the token should be valid. Let's put a plus in there as well. So if these are false in the wrong situation, we should return 401 unauthorized, right? And we move on, right? This is what I'm thinking, and that's what I think is the best way to do it. Oh, some guy said Forerunner 4. He said also check your tsconfig file and ensure that you have strict equal false or AS model interop. I will check that. Actually, I don't know about that. Prisma is kind of similar to Sequelize. It is 100%, right? Okay, so that's correct. If that is what I want to do, then maybe let me know what I need to edit. Take all the routes into context when thinking about this. Yeah, so when thinking about this, if I take all the routes into context, I want the to-do to be authorized, everything about to-do to be authorized, everything about noses to be authorized, everything about even the status to be authorized. I don't know, just the status just for testing purposes, only to know that that the user is there. But users though, I want the get profile to be authorized or unauthorized. It's fine because I want to see if you're connected or not, therefore I return you to the login page. If there is no token and I'm going to register route, for sure the login and register needs to have no GWT token. That's fine, right? That's why even in my route here I do the login and the logout without without the user authenticate middleware here, but I actually pass them through this validate schema. That's fine. And check blacklist. This check blacklist part is the part where I told it to check if you are blacklisted or not, therefore you log in or not, or log out. Check blacklist here, what it does, it just checks if your token is blacklisted, therefore it tells you token expired, please log in again. Yeah, so this check blacklist, as we have a middleware for it, I mean we can use it also somewhere, or well, now it's too much for me. Now I'm really thinking about how does this work. Do I really need this? In a beautiful word, I think I don't need even this just check blacklist part. I just need it to be inside that configuration, right? Yeah. but it might be limiting me, because if it is inside the configuration, the login, then we will need it, and then we cannot log in because you don't have a GWT token or something like that, or also log out as well. Let me read your comments. Yeah, passport file runs on all routes. It runs before any middleware or any validation. Yeah, I got it. So therefore it checks the GWT token if it exists on the header or not. Okay, just answer, like, let's answer this simple question. Does the passport config look in the header automatically to check the bearer token or not? From my perspective, yes, because here in my config passport.th, I see that it extracts the GWT from somewhere, and I'm thinking here, if it extracts it from anywhere, it will be the headers, right? And then therefore it returns the user, and that's how it can return the user, because it just decrypted back with that GWT token. So I really don't need to do anything in these files and these routes unless I want to check if that token is blacklisted or not. That's it, that's all. Yeah. Yes, then I'm thinking now, if what I had here, so because before I start with all of this, I did something. I deleted this part here from the to-do part, right? I was thinking, hey, if I have already the headers, because I know that passport config.js or wherever will pass it anyway in the headers, because it does check for it and returns the user, right? And that's why I'm getting the user here. Me checking for this token is blacklisted or not probably shouldn't be like this. So it should be deleted. And if I want to do it like that, I can just go to the route itself, right? And because I have a check blacklist one, I just will do here, where is it? To do and not to do, or whatever. I pass it here as check blacklist, right? And therefore I am clear. This is all I wanted to do. Kinda, if I think about it, based on my intention, let's say, this is what I wanted to do, and I wanted to kind of like clean up as much as I want. Because now check blacklist, it just checks if that token is blacklisted or not, while my passport config.js doesn't do that. If it returns the user, then it knows that there is a user and or not. Yeah. Your passport file, as you pointed out, it will automatically extract the GWT, right? So in the event that there is a token, why not check if it's blacklisted right there? Yeah. So in the event that there is a token, why not check if it's blacklisted right there? Oh, in the passport config.js itself, right? Yeah. Therefore, I can return 401 automatically in the passport config.js there. Correct, actually. Yeah. Let me read some of the comments and then let's do it together. Is this flight sim? No, this is me trying to code. All right, so Roman, no, I'm not. Something interesting. What is the project? Project is just a white noise app that we're trying to build together. And thanks everybody who's here, and thanks for following and everything. We are trying to reach on TikTok 15,000 followers, so let's try to do it. So share the live stream, make sure to like it, and yeah, that will be nice. Some guy said, speak Portuguese. I don't speak Portuguese, man. I actually know nothing of Portuguese. I actually was mistaken Portuguese for Spanish 2 days ago, and people were very infuriated. All right, so then if I got my friend here right, I just need to do this. So I go to my config, yeah, and I come here, and if I have no user in terms of catch, or you know what, can I just do it here, like check directly if, okay, you know what, import token blacklist from there. I'm importing just the blacklisted set, kinda. So now I have the options, right? I can check if token, and token, I don't know where to bring it from. So how can I bring that? I think here can be in this try catch part, right? Where gwt payload.id. Oh. Okay, now I don't know how to get to extract the token actually. To check if it's blacklisted or not. Because if user done, otherwise return done null, or maybe here before the otherwise, to check if token, here I mean if token is correct or not, because we didn't find user, right? User.token, I don't think that I have user.token. Rather than let's rage inside and kick them out once they reach a certain room, just don't let them into the house to begin with. True, actually, that's a good analogy. How do you send data to the server from the client? Which approach is better? I am using TenStack query and with some fetcher function that I will show it to you in a bit. All right, guys, no problem. I opened TikTok, found you coding. He's working on all server, and he just opened TikTok and found me working on the same thing. That's really amazing. How do you send data to server? Yeah, I'm trying just to finish with this, and then I will show you all. Okay, cool. But how can I get the token? Let me just actually go and check this. I'll try to actually maybe check our friend the GPT here. How can I check if a token is valid in passport config? I know that this will be a lot of a hassle for me to just check the docs. All right, so here the GPT is saying, oh, okay, so it can check for gwt payload.expiration. That's something that we can do. Or also we can check if yeah, that seems like that's it, right? Or verified token will be like a try catcher also. Decode the token, return valid, true, decode, catch, error. And but how do I know that it's not correct? This is still like blacklisted when someone log out also. Okay, let me see where I add that to blacklist, because that would be really nice. 1 second. Yeah, token is already valid there, you mean? Because I didn't find the user. Yes, you are right. Huh. Yes, you are right, actually. Token should be valid if I actually started clicking. Alright, then even the GPT is having a problem here. Then you know what? Before I do that I will try to check for it before the even fetching the user. So I will just do I will use this expiration part, and I will actually also check if, but how can I get you know, how can I just get the token in there, like to be available for me? You need a custom gwt from request function to pass along the original token. That's a good point, actually. If it's being decoded, technically the gwt is still valid, but you might still have blacklisted it, right? True. Yeah, and that's why we need to check before kind of we check the user. So if it's blacklisted, we just throw him out from the beginning. But Terza, you are really yeah, you really know what your stuff here. You're correct. Yeah, I'm coding on the terminal. I'm using Tmux plus NeoVim, and I'm using it on Windows based on PowerShell, and I call WSL to use it, kind of like I have the virtual system for Linux. Yeah, you can do it with Hyper-V or just install it through WSL. Make sure that you use 2.0 so you can use the GUI stuff, because that's something that is important. So in order for you to run some UI. What inspired me to add a blacklist? Because I'm not using token cookies, sorry. So in my case, if I log out, I just delete the token from my localhost, and I don't want to keep it there. Therefore, yeah, if you come back again and you have a token, you need to log in again. I don't care because that's blacklisted already. Yeah. And what inspired me, I thought that's the correct part. I mean, I'm just learning here, and I thought that that's what every doc talked about, right? Just to expire it on 4 hours. That's what we do with the GWT payload expires in 4 hours or something that we use on the login part. And also here, I was thinking that if you log out, you need to delete it either from the cookie or from the localhost. So that's how you blacklist it. And that's why I did a set. Actually, to do a set for me is kind of totally wrong, because I feel like I should have a database for that, like a blacklist database basically for all the tokens that are blacklisted. And therefore, even if I just refresh my server, things still will work. But my set right now, actually on every change, it does. Yeah. Yeah, log out on all devices button, probably like to blacklist all the tokens that are on all devices. Yes, that's also something that I didn't think of, but seems to be also correct thing and correct approach. Yeah, to actually use the blacklist part. Yeah. But why blacklist in general? Security, that's it. If you think about it, just security. Yeah. And I have a middleware for it that checks the token. But the thing is about my middleware, it checks the tokens from the header. So as you said, they're already inside the house when it starts checking, right? Yeah. Correct, because my check blacklist middleware. So let me show you my check blacklist middleware actually. Oh, wait a second. Am I actually getting check blacklist middleware? So you see this check blacklist middleware is actually getting the token from the header and saying, hey, if token is there and blacklist is there, then please, token expired, please log in again. That's it. That's all it does. And for me here, I don't need this, by the way. I want to know how can I get just the token, so I can say the token blacklist dot has that token, right? That token. That's what I want to do. Maybe I do gwt payload dot gwt key dot from request dot, you mentioned this, right? Expected function call. What? Does this return something? Let me just do something. I don't know what does it return, but it says any. Okay, let me think about it again, like I wanted to do it here. But seems like if I am here already, I have a token. That's fine, I have a token, I don't care, alright? So to have a valid token, now if I pass here already, a valid token, alright? And then here, yeah, here I need to add something. Yeah. So he said that blacklisting, blah blah. He also checks the docs, and you need a custom GWT from request function to pass along the original token. Alright, so then you can check for that, but I don't think that. Alright, let me check the docs as well. Can you share the docs? Maybe I can check it there. It passes along the decrypt. That is the GWT payload. So the GWT payload probably is the token itself, right? That's what all I need to know. Then what do I do in my here? I return the res.status directly. Can we do that? Res.status 401 JSON message. Let me copy the message from here. V inside that. Oops. V inside that, and then copy. That's what I wanted to say, but the res cannot be used here for sure. So I can just console in this part. I will just do this. Sorry, it's not like that. It just return. It returns done, and then we can do null false. Yeah, so if you return done false, it's also here in this part. Yeah, this will also return automatically. No, it's a decrypted token. You mean the GWT? Okay. Why you can access the inner properties like .exp. All right. So my GWT payload is already the decrypted one. Is a string by default. Then once encrypted becomes an object. Yes, but once encrypted it becomes an object. And once decrypted it returns the user in this case, because the GWT ID here, payload of the user, that's, and then its ID. Okay. So GWT payload. Does the user have a token though? Yeah, I think so, but I'm not sure. Let me check that in the application itself, because I'm sure that the get profile works, so that's what it does. Also it returns the same thing, rec.user, and here gwt payload.id is just coming with the same payload. So network, refresh, profile, it returns user, but no token. It returns created at, email, ID, name updated, and password. Yeah, so the ID for the user, so there is no token actually here. Hello everybody. Yeah, do not use DB calls inside auth middleware. It's really bad. Extract user into a from token. By the way, this is a passport config part. This is what will run before any route, right? So if there is a route that is protected with the user, this will run before it. So this is just a passport of use, which means that's like a middleware that passport config uses before I pass to any route. And I want also to check for the blacklisted token before I move on. That's my goal. Yeah. Issue short-lived access token and check blacklist or refresh token route. So your case is what we are doing already before. So we are checking the token each time we are actually doing a route, which I don't want to do, because why should I check after I already had the config to check for me before? That's it. Once decrypted. Yeah. So GWT is a string by default, then once encrypted becomes an object. Once decrypted, yes, correct. Cool. What project are you working on? I seem to answer this the most, and I think, yeah. So expiry, this one of .exp is the part where it checks if it's actually expired or not. By the way, I can pass a message here. I say message token expired or not valid, right? Something like that. And in my case also, I can check I can do a verify token part where I can decode and encode stuff like that. Oh, what if? I have an idea, but I think it's just over engineering. What if we just do manual verification, right? And that's it. We don't need then to just worry about anything. We just do a verify token function that we use in here, and it uses our process env GWT secret, right? But it still will need the token anyhow, right? And it can return like a true or false or whatever, and then we can continue in this case. Yeah. Let me just ask the docs again, or maybe check with ChatGPT on this one. How can I get the token here automatically into a string to check for my blacklist? This is what I'm gonna do. And ChatGPT seems to be lost. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, so now there is this also one option that we can use. It says it's called pass rec to callback, allow us to access the request object, which means that we can access already the token automatically, right? Which sounds like a good thing actually. Let me check. So here we have option GWT, right? And done. But also we can get the rec part, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's nice. So here I will write this, and then guys tell me if it's stupid or not, right? But let's not have problem with it until it actually works or does not work. So now I have this option async part that we can pass a callback to. Actually, it's not a problem like that. So what I'm seeing right now is to extract the token manually is just to do this. Yeah, to do here like the rec. This is what I found, right? And to just do it like this, const token, and just not check the GWT payload, but check the token directly as we were doing it like that. And this will be perfectly fine for us. I know that ChatGPT returned like so many bad things here for us, but I seem like to not find it really necessary to use its stuff, because it's too much actually. And actually it says that if you want to check the expiry part, please add this one here to the expiry. So it says that you can add this one here, and let me just, yeah, it says add this date now is bigger than GWT.expiration multiplied by 1000, which makes sense because you want to check if it's expiration, and also that the expiration is not bigger or equal to right now. Yeah. Now the problem is that my done will have any type, but for some reason when I have this, it doesn't have that. Interesting. But that rec is an option now, or not an option for the GWT strategy? I have no idea. Does this seem like really cool for you? Like if you see about it, what type is the payload? That's what I was also thinking about, because I have no idea. It says that, okay, let me just take off the rec part just to check maybe here. It says any ID. Doesn't seem to show anything. Alright, so let me return everything then as it was, and then this was rec, right? And the done has any type for now. Okay, now seems like my application is facing some errors. Not really. Let me try it. So let me refresh. Let me actually log in and log out. Okay, so now it's facing some errors because it's returning 1 second. API profile response is not even returning anything. Oh my gosh, it's 500 everywhere. And to-dos as well is 500. Let me just see what is happening. So it says that something with my API profile part. Yeah, so the overload is happening with that promise of done. So the rec is wrong. What I did is wrong anyhow. Okay, this is wrong, and this is probably also wrong. Okay, I'm happy really to do it like this then, but I need just to know how to get the GWT payload, how to get the token, from the GWT payload passport GS. How to send the extract GWT token. Oh, that's nice. I found something. GWT from the author, from request. And then done return GWT from request, and the secret is equal to my secret. I seem not to find actually what I can do about this. So what I'm trying to do actually is to find how can I access the token here to see if it's blacklisted or not. They say that GWT from request, this one here, from auth header, extract GWT. Okay, maybe that's it actually. Options dot GWT from request. That says that argument of type any is not assignable of type string. So to run that, argument expected argument but got 0. What? Not really. Is it because maybe it's is to run to return something? I'm not sure in this case. Expected one argument but got 0. GWT from request. Yeah, should be fine. But also argument of type that is not assignable to type string. Yeah, maybe, but how about that? Maybe that works. What do you think, guys? Because I think that that's normal. Yeah. Oh, okay. GWT from request equal GWT the payload. So what I did, ID number. No, oh, okay. So guy actually define the shape of your GWT payload interface GWT. It's an ID of number and number GTI string. I have no idea what you wrote. So you're developing an early warning system to blacklist the token. Yes, that's correct. I like how everybody in the chat right now are just filtered people that knows what is auth and what it works and what it does. Is he streaming on Twitch or YouTube too? Yes, I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube and Kick, everywhere actually. What type is token blacklist? That is token blacklist is a set. Is a set of strings basically, and it does only check if a blacklisted token exists there or not. Therefore, it just has it or not. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So let's see. And now ProEvil shared something, and he shared also another part of the code. verify GWT. Verify is a function with the parameter verify GWT payload done. GWT payload is an object literal containing the GWT decoded. Yes, the decoded, which means that the user, the info of everything that is decoded there. Oh, yeah. You know what? I think one in the chat on TikTok said if you pass to rec, what is it? Pass to rec? What is it called? Pass rec to callback? Pass rec to callback is true, then you can use the rec part where I used. Is it written like that? I'm not sure. Actually, not really. Pass rec. Oh. Pass rec to callback. Then this will accept automatically the rec part. Yeah. And what I did here with the headers part, well, now it should work, right? If it's set of strings or set of token, what are the strings? The raw GWT strings? Yes, the raw GWT that are blacklisted strings, yes. So now I can combine this with whatever I got from ChatGPT here, and this will make sense because now I can ask for this token directly here, because I know it's just the not decoded part of the token. It's just the token itself that the user have in his local storage, right? But now I have some no overload matches is called or something like that is coming from somewhere that I have no idea where is it coming from. So let me try the application again. Maybe something is got fixed out. Still having an issue though. Alright, so now I'm going back. The profile part is returning 500 already. Yeah, the header is not available for us directly in this passport config. I think it does maybe come from that GWT payload part. Alright, so ProEvils is sharing another one. Login required to page access. Oh, I see. I need to log in for this one. Alright, I will try to sign in with GitHub. Does this have something? You can turn on OG request here. Yeah, so ProEvil said that you can turn on OG request here, but better to put into custom GWT function. Now here the GWT from that function get passed into GWT payload. So we need kind of like an extract GWT function that does that for us. Okay. Rather than pass the original request, it can be done cleanly within a custom extract GWT method line. Okay, so he said that maybe instead of what we're doing here, let me just get back to my to actually do it like this. Check here. This is what he did kinda. Oh, sorry, not this one. He did kinda like this. Well, let me check it. Like an extract GWT token that requests if record.headers authorization comport part that split. Okay, works. Yeah, and then part length 2 and part 0 is bearer. Y2 parts of length of the array basically. Then token equal parts 1. Request raw token equal token. Store the new token though. And then you need to pass that as a next function to the other one, right? Yeah. But we store it in like a row token, but how can we actually call that? You can turn on gRequest here, but better custom GWT function. Okay. Okay, so then this one, can we though pass it as a normal callback function or something like that? I don't know, like I can do something like this and then extract this and then use it directly from the options, CB for example, and then this would be extract GWT, calling it directly, right? Property does not exist on type request. Maybe I can pass it directly. Why should I just do it like that with that CB part? Expected one argument but got 0. I don't know why it does this though. Because maybe it takes some times, or is it like an async function? It shouldn't be. Let me look at the chat. Marcus, the outcome is bunch of 500. Yeah, this right now I have only bunch of 500 on my front end actually. Yeah, the outcome is not going to be there unless we do something clean for the code actually. And I'm looking at the chat, don't worry about that. It's just that I need to write some code sometimes. So if it's a set, then pull just the row string from the header. How do you get NeoVim setup to complete? It's also running into FMD or LSP errors. Yeah, you can just follow up these errors, and there is like this command that you run. It's called lazy doc or something like that, that will show you actually everything that you need to fix up. All right, Marcus, the outcome is a bunch. Yeah, maybe show the outcome. I will. Don't worry about that. Actually, I have the outcome here. Let me show you. Is just a bunch of 500 errors right now. The application is not even running. The get profile part is not running, so cannot show you anything basically. If I just tell you, then that's it. Yeah. It's not complete just yet. I passed that in the intention of to change it, as the verification part still needs to add in it. I think I'm just looking at the docs. Yeah. All right, so I think this extract function can work for us if I just do it correctly as a callback. What did I do actually? What I'm doing? Sorry. I need to put equal here and my arrow here, just to see the only problems that I have. So now this looks at the request authorization of headers. That's clean, that's nice, but I would rather just pass it as make it actually simpler. I will just make token. I will delete this part. Alright, you know what, I will use this part because I have it, and I will just do token directly because I think this is cleaner. And that will return token because it knows that there is a bearer though. So I'll delete this port, if port.length, and that. Then he wants if token though, yeah. If token, then rec.row token, you said row token, yeah. So now we are passing the row token here, equal token, right? Seems odd. Row token does not exist on type, but that's the point, to have it now exist in there. Yeah, what you did, Obi, I'm not sure, but I think you did something like rec.row token, right? But that won't work for me actually. Row token to equal that. It won't work because I think that it says, hey, row token does not have a type of request, or row token doesn't exist on the type of that. Yeah. All right, let me read your comments again, guys. What's happening? The extension making the indent is called Prettier, by the way. That's it. Yeah, and Amazon, please don't like do that on the chat, like spam like that. Please check if rec exists. Yeah, that also one thing that I can do. What does your day look like as a software engineer? It looks like this: errors and errors and errors and errors. Yes, I will check that. Okay, no problem. But the rec also can be just that, but just by the way, is authorization written like that? Yeah, fine. Should exist authorization. Do I have it somewhere? Yeah, I do. 1 second. I think I have it here. Authorization. Yeah, it's correct. Request.headers. Maybe the type of request is really bad here. It's the interface from there, so then it will work. Let me just check this up a bit to just actually be under that. Actually, we use this extract GWT part. All right. Wait a second. There is a function from Passport GWT called extract, right? Property rec. We'll just stop it at this point. Man, I don't know. Yeah, might be correct like that. The token can be accessed. What are you coding? I'm coding an authorization part. Yeah, I have a degree. I have a master degree, but in mathematical modeling. But yeah, I learned this by trial and error. I'm doing it myself. So our friend here is actually trying something. He's trying the authorization part, so it doesn't exist on request because the request type is default request type. Yeah, I added that string and I added it in my code and it looked fine. You just had to, yeah. And there he said like, yeah, GWT from request, use the extract GWT or directly like that. Use the custom extractor. Okay. So this one here, we use the extract GWT directly, and then this one will have now the token can be coming from there, right? Yeah, so now we know that if we return token, cannot find name token. 1 second. Doesn't that is wrong for this case? Okay, so we are not using the same part here. If we return the row token as token, then we need rec.row token, right? Alright, so now the request here should be passed to whatever I used there, which is pass rec to callback. And this is what, yeah. And then now I can use that rec. And then here I can just use rec dot row token. Or actually in this case I have no idea why it's So we can extract this, put it here, and then this one will be returning this and saying just the token is blacklisted as we did it. So let's do it like this. What is wrong again? So parsing, yeah, so this, that can be token not expired but blacklisted, and this is token expired, just to not have things messed up, right? Yeah, and this one needs to be on top. Let me just do it. Why it's not gonna return that? Maybe because that, yeah. Why it should return the token though? Token cannot find name token, it says, but here it can find it. Yeah, correct. So then it's inside. So now the overload matches this call strategy, blah blah blah. Verify black token strategy gave the following error: request and row string undefined secret wherever. So I did this part here. I said that row token is also equal to request and row token, but I'm not sure then. What's his coding? Okay, custom extract GWT is if rec.header session return null. Some guy in the chat said this might work. Just something like this. Custom extract, it just looks at the headers like this, otherwise it returns null. Yeah, but yeah, here you forgot one thingy, which is like another bracket. Yeah, he wants like to do it this way. I actually don't, I like this kinda, also works, yeah, but this is gonna be a custom, yeah, custom one that we just do in here, so it's kind of the same. Or maybe here you can just say return null, but that also will be a problem, I think. So it's kind of the same thingy, right, but different. Yeah. All right, let me check Twitch. I already have that in my code example. Yes, already it's the same. You have rec headers authorization. You have rec headers. That's rec headers authorization, right? Let me just delete this one. And the interface for GWT payload, it should be okay. Why keep expired token? Just like to keep them in a set. Alright, so I'm reading now the Twitch chats because ProEvil said so. Let's see if it's expired and it's blacklisted. Only then return the error. It should be n or not n end, right? Yeah, so there. Okay. So reread the what part then? Rec headers authorization. You have rec header. Okay, I fixed that. Already have that in my code exam. Okay, so now is it complete? I think so. Jess, I think we are good with that one. Do I have rec authorization directly somewhere in my code? Rec dot auth? No, right? I have the rec dot headers. Where is that? Ah, rec dot get. Ah, okay, rec dot get won't work as that authorization is inside of the header, not on the request object literally. Oh, okay, so rec dot get authorization will work here because it's not inside header, right? So you're saying that this one here should be that. Let me check your code because you also did that part, right? Rec.headers, if rec.headers and rec.headers.authorization. The only difference that I see is just this in your code. I mean, at this point, I don't know what is the difference. GPT v4 maybe. How are you sharing your screen? I'm using actually OBS. So the guy here said, yo, return null and extract GWT authorization if header is missing. If header is missing, to return null. Here you go. That's it. Because here you can do, you can define a const of token basically on top and then do something else. All right. Just write me exactly what it is. The token is inside header, not rec. Yeah, this one here. Ah, okay. Got the point, I think. Yeah. Now I have a problem again because the expression is not callable, it says. And get probably is wrong. Yeah, I got the point. Yeah, the rec part. Yeah, rec.headers. The thing is that yeah, let me just not do that, but I do the split part is better. Or maybe I leave that and do it the authorization way. Do this authorization with authorization. Yeah. Or maybe I do it like this, as you always say. Use whatever working rather than just using something new. Yeah. All right. But what is this part here? I think it's fine. I'm not sure. Let me show you now the application, how it's booming with errors. Profile is returning 500. Everything is returning 500 though. Let me check. So it says in the passport config part, no overload matches this call because the strategy part gave the following error, and that's exactly. Hello everyone. Someone just came in the chat. Yeah, the bearer token that I will split, right? Yeah, but the authorization is just the bearer token there. That's it. It's not anything else. So if I split directly this way, I think it's also working in this case. What do you think of Spring Boot? It's very funny that I never used it. Kinda, yeah. So now we need to see why we have all these errors and why we have this overload part. Because honestly, I don't understand why do we have it like that. So now we have the extract GWT. I got the point. and we are using it, and we can just do this like you did, console.log raw gwt, which is the part that we have there for the rec.raw token, right? And then just start again. It's not even working, it's exiting before even we reach that part, which is funny actually. So yeah, it's not actually going in anywhere. It's just returning proxy error directly because of that string thingy that we did. Let me try something. Just this rec, I would just do it as any, just to have no overload, to see if that would work though. No, then that was not the problem. Then what is the problem here? Done, okay. Opt strategy option with request verify callback strategy gave the following error. Okay, so maybe that callback also is not necessary, but it still doesn't let us use the rec. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the same problem. Argument of type rec any, gwt any, done any, promise any is not assignable to type verify callback. Verify callback. That's that running there. Still problematic. 500 errors everywhere. Interesting. Then I will leave this pass rec to callback part and read your comment then. Okay, so then I will try something like some guy said, hey, you need to actually define the gwt payload part, like something like this. For example, let me actually copy it from the chat because I see that your chat have something for me. I think he has a problem with this. So he said maybe if you pass an interface for your gwt payload, then it will work. Yeah, but now it just have this part. Okay, let me just do it as a type, so then it will just yell at me if there is anything problematic here, and then yeah, so this is what he actually came up with and said, yeah, maybe you just need to do it like this, gwt payload that we used from there, and maybe the request needs to be simple request. And now we have the done as any. And we have a lot of other problems. But I don't actually understand this gwt payload. Why does it have all of these stuff? But I get it. Maybe this is kind of like from the docs, so it's easy for us there. But still we have the same problems and options though. Yeah, so the problem actually is our options part. Yeah, okay. So now it says, yeah, these have still the type of any. I don't care at this point. Okay, let me just leave that there, and I will return this as any, and try to actually go and do it again. So this is of type of request, right, which is whatever, and this was type of gwt, let's try it there, and done. Let's do type of any, whatever. then try again. I will run it with whatever type and then see if that will work. Not really. Okay, so it says that row token does not exist on type request. That's fine. And type number is not assignable to type string. That's correct. So where is this type number? So passport type number is not assignable to type string. Okay, GTI maybe is a number. And row token here is just, I'm gonna add like that one here, and I'm gonna just add the famous string, sorry, ID string, or what do we call it, row token. Okay, type number is not assignable to type string again. Where is that? What? GWT ID is a string, right? Hopefully this is the last error that we will have. Okay, this seems to be working now with the any parts. Yeah, it works actually. Wow, what? Okay, so let me actually show you what I'm doing. Yeah, the type error, it says something that I don't really understand. Do you read? Yes, I do, but man, I try my best to kinda like code first and then look at the chat. What's good, yo, bro? Nice, man. All right, so now you see here, this is the raw GWT token. So that's amazing, right? What do you think, guys? We did it? Not me though. Another guy from Twitch did it. His name is Pro Evils. I think we have a follow on YouTube, because this is how it is. Let me check. Is there comments on YouTube or something like that, or am I tripping? Yeah, if someone follows on YouTube, I think it will just show that. All right, cool. Can I show you now what is happening? I'm front-end developer, but this is kind of like a full stack application. How did you start your node server so it watches for changes? That's with the package.json. I just do rimraf to delete the dist folder, and I watch for changes using the npx tsc, which means that I'm recreating from TypeScript to JS, kind of everything that I do. And then I do nodemon and dist server.js part here. Yeah, that's where I watch first for everything, and then I just read from server.js. That dist folder will be here. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't think there is anything more to that. Cool. So now that we did this part, I need now to find out what are the correct types, right? So now this any part is the problem. So if I just take this up, it says, how can I copy this, man? Option is a GWT from request that returns a string or null, and then secret options. Oh, that's why. Oh, okay. Actually, we need to probably make a type for this one. Can I copy this? Yeah. Like here. Did I just copy options again? Oh my god. Let me just clear it out. So this is what I needed. it was any type there, and if I just paste my stuff, okay, paste my one stuff. So did I just jump here? Oh my gosh. There instead of any. You know, the only difference is that my my options now are return string or null, because this struct GWT might return null, right? Yeah, and therefore I actually don't need to do all of this, but the done part here, I'm not sure also why it does that for me. Verified callback, right? Verified callback. This is the interface for it. Then we are close. We are close. This one is that. How is it just asking me for the type, man? While the type is actually existing here. Alright, I will delete it. And I will make it as a type. Hell yeah. I'll pass it everywhere just for it just to be happy with me. Not really. It's not now happy at all, because it thinks these options doesn't need to be there. But if I pass this any, it says that this is where it is problematic for me. It's saying that argument of type option is not assignable to a parameter of type strategy options with request. Strategy options with request. So this one, strategy options with request. So then I don't need this type. So it's a type game, man. I hate this. Did you mean options or options? Options only refers to a type, but it's different. Oh man. Let me just do this again. Yeah, seems cool, right? Yeah, pro evils, but it cannot be a regular request type while you are adding to it the raw token. How can it be? Okay, Jess, I think you just need to follow us on Discord. Just, you know what, go to Discord or maybe create a PR, because I think that you can just do it with us. So let me show you what I'm doing. This is the whole thing about this live stream. So if you go to my GitHub, right, let me share also the guys here. I have some repos. One of them is called White Noise. This is a project that we're looking at right now. This is the live stream also on Twitch, so you know what I'm talking to, who I'm talking to, and this is the application. So the first thing that I add to do is I have this timer here, right? And I reset the timer, I start the timer, and I also listen to some white noises. So listen to something like this. I can combine for sure, right? I can search, for example, I can do stuff, I can edit, do a lot of things. So this is the front end part, right? But as you see here, I have like this get profile part and get to do or to-dos, whatever. So profile, status, all of these, I wanted them to actually be able to work with the token from the local store. So the local storage token here, if it's there, I can call get profile. Look what will happen now if I log out. It will redirect me to login page, but the login page actually will have the profile to be 401 unauthorized, which is 100% correct, because am I either blacklisted in this case or unauthorized, which is totally correct in this case. So log out and login is actually a resistor, and also should be the same. And now if I log in, this is what I was working on. The login works, so here you go. Login worked with the return and the GWT token, and the profile is there. with omitting the password. That works as well. I actually forgot to check the part, but it seems to be working. And the to-dos are working correctly. So now I am only thinking about what I did, and if I actually blacklist the tokens there and make sure that they're blacklisted correctly so I don't pass to the profile part, then I'm really good. If though, I'm gonna do something now. I'm gonna do something really cool to test out this part. I'm gonna go to this one. I'm gonna edit key, or edit this one. I will refresh first to make sure that the token is there, because I think I edited it. Okay, I copied that, I deleted it, and then I will log out. All right, let's refresh. All right, so now I'm logged out. Let's say I just go here and I add a new token, and I come here and I add this there, right? If I refresh now, I should, by the way, my network tab should return profile always as unauthorized. But if I do this now, that's bad, because the token was not blacklisted for some reason when I logged out. That's a problem. Actually, logged out, there is no token. If I local storage this now and add it, so now we have a problem, right? A bigger problem, because the token is actually working. Not really. Okay, that's good. So I didn't log out, probably. Yeah, so the token is not returning anything, which is good, even though that I have a token there. So there was a mistake in the beginning. All right, no problem. I'm refreshing login page. Maybe now if I go to this page, it redirects me, right? Why? Because I still have a token though. Let's check the network tab. Should be unauthorized. Yeah, unauthorized. Nice. Cool. That's it. That's all what we were doing. Do you agree on me on this one? Do you think that I should have done it differently? So let me get this correct. You want to check if a token exists, and if it does, you want to do something. Yes, I want to check if it's blacklisted, because whenever I log out, I blacklist that token as well, right? And now here you go. You see this token now is there. This token is actually there. Here, for example, is my token that I just checked if it's blacklisted or not, right? Before I pass and get the user. And each token has Ragdoll token, then I just bail. Yeah, that's it. Seems like to be working actually, while we did the extract GWT part. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. If payload GTI and token blacklist has payload, return done null message token is blacklisted. Oh, what do you mean by payload GTI there? And then token blacklist has payload .gti return. Ah, okay. So you think that if I do it like that, because the token can come from the payload directly? But do you mean GWT payload or just payload? Because I call it GWT payload in this case. So our friend on TikTok said that if we actually return this as this, like, so if payload GWT payload dot GTI or whatever, and oh, the GTI is actually, maybe that's what he meant, and the token blacklist dot has GWT payload dot GTI, which is a number. It should be a string, right? Not a number. Yeah, correct. Then he said that this itself will will be the same return like this. So we are kind of overcomplicating it, he said. Yeah, and he said that also just copy paste. Yeah, I cannot copy paste sometimes from TikTok. Sometimes it's just wrong when I copy paste it. I hope I never had to code in such language in my career. Yeah, this is JavaScript, yes. Should just use a short expiration time. I have a short expiration time. I have 4 hours though. But also I want to finish with this so I can learn it. Some guy said, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam, brother. So let me get this correct. You want to check if a token exists, and if it doesn't, you want to do something. Yes, Jess. This is TypeScript, yes. Correct. So that's what you wanted to achieve, right? And why does this seem to be working actually? Let me try it. Do you agree with this, guys? I mean, what does the extract GWT function do? Are you asking me, or the extract GWT, what is put in the raw token into the income request object on extract GWT? Like what is put in the raw token into the raw token? We are putting it there to check if it's blacklisted or not. I don't get your point here, but maybe you are just answering other stuff. Are you Arabic? I am Arab. Yes, I am Arab. Oh, Ari said that she's learning Java. Nice. Yeah, so GWT, extract GWT function, right? It's just a request here. So yeah, the type has row token, yes. I mean, the token adds the row token to it. We are adding that, right? That's why I put the type like that, because if I do this, right, it just will tell me property does not exist on request, right? And that's the problem, because unless request now is a record of a string any, basically. That's why I added that. So now I'm trying actually to do the part where our guy here said this, but I am actually very surprised from this. So we have the row token, right? But our console log also, I would call this row GTI and then rec.gti, or not rec, well, GWT token payload.gti, right? And the thing is, I will compare these two. If they are correct, then we're good, right? Oh man, if that's really returning something, then okay, because I'm logged in now, or what is the problem here? John Smith, okay. Let me actually look at my backend. Okay, so app to do is blah 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 blah, row GWT, row GTI. Let me just do it. Yeah, I don't see that. Row GTI is undefined, you see? So the GTI part is not really correct, our friend Yo-Yo. What is the difference between Java and JavaScript? It's like car and carpet, two different languages, and you need to understand that one of them just take you straight to backend, the other takes you straight to frontend. So you need to pick. Alright, so this GTI thingy, I think it's not really working for us, so I'll run this again, and I think, sorry my friend, that didn't work, but good try. Yeah, so I'll delete this, and yeah, yeah, Java is backend more, frontend is for JavaScript, basically more JavaScript oriented. Pro Evils, maybe you can elaborate on what you are asking, because honestly I'm lost on your request. Is it just you implemented on the wrong way? Ah, okay, but where should I implement it then? Is it in the extract GWT token part? Can you do a PR? I can share with you this. All right, do you have Discord, Yo-Yo? If you have, just go to my profile quickly, join Discord, and I will share with you in the chat there the White Noise repo, and make a PR. I mean, I'm open for anything that you guys share, basically. So this is gonna be just deleted. But actually, this is really interesting what we're doing. The extract GWT. I was hoping that the extract GWT from Prisma itself does this for us. What a mess. All right. Kara said, don't first step back in web. What's your advice to someone who is just starting? Keep going, man. I mean, that's it. Like, do what I'm doing right now. Keep going, even though that you don't understand what you're doing. Just follow my messages. All right, I'll follow them. Yo-Yo, all right. Can I filter? I cannot filter, so I will go just up a bit. He said IT number. That's fine. Okay, so I am following now. You said to me, yeah, if payload GTI and token blacklist has payload GTI, return done null message token is blacklisted. And that's what I did actually. I just actually as if copied what you said. But the payload needs to come from the payload GWT, what I call payload GWT, right? And you told me to just copy paste that. I copy pasted it and I put it inside my passport use, that config part. And I'm gonna copy it again to see if you actually want me to try it again. So this is it. You see, I will put it here. That's it, right? Is this what you wanted to do? And this, you need to change it with GWT payload, right? And also here. And that's it. I mean, I hope so. I think you wrote this wrongly. Right, that's what you wanted to do, right? Return done. You want me to also try catch that? How much to write me a bot for a Pokemon drops, man? Sorry, I cannot do that. Return done null user, and then catch. If there is an error, unexpected error, pass the long return done error false. Okay, so here you go. That's what I have here. Because you cannot probably see the full part, but there you go. The full part is there, and there is the catch part. Right? What is wrong now with that? Do you like Terry Davis? Who's that? Who's Terry Davis? I don't know who's that. Sorry. It's a set, so you can use it. Yeah. I see you're doing it to please TS compile it. It's confused me because raw token definitely doesn't exist on type request. Okay. Sorry, Pro Evils. Maybe I'm writing too fast. Why? You were writing and I was writing with you at the same time. You splitted the token and I did the get part, so we branched out, and then I took the string part because I know that raw token doesn't exist on type of actually request. So I just did the pick, or the what is it called, a union type. I did union type. Yeah, I start my associate degree in computer science this May. Nice OMG, wish you all the best. Yeah, we do lead code, by the way, every Sunday. So tomorrow we'll do lead code. Pro Evils, bring your notebook, because tomorrow we're gonna lead code as hell. So tomorrow we will stop from this a bit. I will leave you all that wants to actually do some PRs to actually check and stuff like that, and we will lead code together. So please come here, come to the chat, and let's talk about it more and more and more. And for everyone who's actually asking me how to support you, how to do this, how to do that, You have the subscription button on top on basically TikTok. That's where I am affiliated. I'm still not affiliated on Twitch, but on Twitch, if you want to see the full screen, my full screen, this is where it is. And Plasma said, is token blacklist is a memory? Is in memory? Yes, it is, and I hate it for that. It should actually put it in a database. Yeah. Yeah, but let me try to check this part when this guy actually mentioned this GTI thingy, because I don't think that is working. So console.log gwt payload. Thank you anyway for this part of the type, because it seems to be working fine. But now every time, let me just also do this, stop npm run dev. Okay, so if you just go to now to the code again, and I refresh this, I seem not to see that part in the backend. So it's just returning undefined, you see? So I'm sure 100% that we are not entering this if at all. Come on, guys, where is that guy? Yo-Yo, he was here. He was talking about this. How long have you been doing this for? Backend? Never. Frontend for like 6 years. Yeah. What about using Redis? Yeah, that's actually a good point. I see the error, but I'm not gonna tell you. What error? We don't have any now. But the thing is that oh man, okay, whatever, because we already have it here done correctly, so the token should be blacklisted 100%. Now let's do the funny part, which is I go and check everything where I check blacklist part, blacklist. All right, you know what, I have it in the route first, so in the route I will know exactly what I'm doing. So here I have check blacklisted here as a middleware. I need to delete it. There is check blacklist again, maybe check blacklist. Oh, look at that. I will show you something very funny. I think I can do it like this, and then no, you can do %s/ and then you rewrite the word that you want to do, and then you do whatever you want to change it. I want to change it to nothing, and then do gc. So it asks me, now it tells me, do you want to change it here? I would say no. Do you want to change it here? I'd say yes. And do you want to change it here? I'd say yes. And I searched for blacklist, so that's why it left the check. But this is one of the things that you can learn using Vim. It's just amazing stuff. So here, check blacklist needs to be deleted as well, and then it will break everything. And then the check for the blacklist can be taken off this middleware. And next, yeah. Oh no, wait a second. The adding of the blacklisting should be staying. Let me just, I have a lighting part here. That's nice. All right, so that should stay. This should get over. I don't need the token. Here as well, I don't need the token for. So you see the point of all of this. Status, that's fine. Token, that's fine. We don't have it here and all. Now users token. We are good. We are good, yeah. Should be fine. Nice, thank you guys. So this is, let me check first the application. Let me show you also the app. So this is the application. By the way, I'm reading also comments here and here. So this is the application. I will add a test like I will call it end of to-dos. Here you go. This is the end of to-dos part where I just added this is the focus timer, and this is the timers are being started. This is also the fuzzy finder that it works, and this is an extra component that we will talk about in the future. That's like a feature that I want to build, right? So now let's log out. Let's check everything. Log out. Token should be not there. Logging in. So actually network tab should try to get the profile part. Actually it should return unauthorized, but yeah, it's for a one unauthorized message. Shouldn't it be actually saying that the token is not there, but I don't know, because it's trying with a bearer of null. Did I check on token being null? I think I did it. Probably I should do that, but let's do it in a second. So now now the profile is returning this. That's good. The status is on and all of this is here in the to-do part. Nice. I like how Prisma is really neat. You see this? ID, description, due date, user ID. That is actually a relationship to the, like basically this is kind of like as if it's a primary key, like a relationship to the primary key of the user model. And looks really good, really neat. I like this. Nice. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. I mean, at least we did this. And we are good. Why not with AI? Because I don't see the premise. What's your opinion on GitHub Actions? What the change from Circle CI to Actions? Actually, I really like it a lot. You know, I did GitHub Actions with PM2 and it seems to be unstoppable. I could host like multiple apps on the same VPS, that is shitty VPS, and everything seems to be working, right? Don't call profile on the login page, problem solved. I just wanna, you know why? Pro Evils, it seemed like sometimes you forgot about the problems. All right, let me just show you why in a second. So add in a new config about passports, yes. All right, so now we are pushing this. Do you remember the routes part? Do you remember the main TSX part? This is front end, by the way, guys. Do you remember that I have a context here for my login page, so I know that I'm going to login page or not, basically based on that query client context. And do you know that in my auth context, where is it? Let me just find it. Auth context, yeah, auth.tsx. I actually call get profiler to actually return null or the user. So basically, if data the user, I return the user. Otherwise, I return not the user. I return the message part, if you remember it. And then it knows that I need to stay on the login page and not go anywhere. Actually, my context is very bad. My context 100% bad. If you want to help me with something, let me know how to set up like the TAN-stack router context correctly, because at this point I don't know how. I read the docs, but it seems like my English sometimes is not that advanced and I feel like I'm not understanding anything. So I try to type whatever and it works actually. Yeah. Yeah, this one project is a white noise project that I shared with you. And by the way, guys, if you want to go to Twitch, I mean on Twitch as well, I need some viewers at least to get affiliated there. How many followers do you have now? What's your native language? I am Arab, so Arabic is my native language, but I speak French as also my native. So French is like my second language. So yeah, je peux parler en français comme en français. Oui, monsieur, croissant, baguette. So yeah, French, I speak it really good. Yeah, I can read very well, speak very well. But the thing is, it's just odd for me to keep like using French, especially in my native language, in my native country. We tend to mix English and Arabic and French at the same time now, which is really like an identity crisis when you start to do that. Yeah. ID only wraps non-authorized in that provider. Yeah, but it's using that query for actually getting the auth to be sending you either to log in or not. So basically, if it queries using the GWT token, if it doesn't find GWT token to query with, then the get profile will return at unauthorized because the GWT is null. Then it sends you to login page. Sounds you are Lebanese. No, I'm from Tunis. Yeah, Tunisia. And yeah, we speak French and English better than the Lebanese, I think. No, maybe they speak English better than us for sure, but French we do better. I'm sure 100%, because I hear them speaking French. It's always like, bonjour, monsieur. Like they try to give it like very a hard accent. I'm not racist or anything. I just love it, actually, if you think about it. I really love it when they speak. I just keep listening. But the thing is that, yeah, I think we got, it's like a dark history for Tunisia. It's just we got colonized for like ages and ages, and we picked up the language because of that. Oh, you're Palestinian. Marhaba. That's really nice. Cool. Seems like there is another Palestinian in the chat. There is a guy called ZXZ. Sometimes he comes here. He's also Palestinian. He's really nice. He comes from time to time and he shares a lot of nice quotes and memes about coding. What is your hook use query? Yeah, I'm using 10-stack query for this one. Yeah. Cool. Any question, guys? Is your auth in Next.js or in different backend? My auth is in Express. I'm not actually using Next.js. Arena said, I thought that you will say JS, but about what? I mean, did I answer something with something else? Is your auth in Next.js or in different backend? As I said, I'm using React plus Express. Yeah. Right? Guys, can you rate me? Can you rate my understanding of all of this? I know that I'm a bit slow because of the backend part, but give me a rating of this project and how we are advancing. Are we advancing fast, slow, steady? I don't know, for people who are here on the chat, because we are doing this every day, so tomorrow you'll find me on the same time. And we are trying kind of to make this our everyday project. What theme I am using? I'm using Tokyo Night theme. It's called Tokyo Night, that's it. Nice. Some guy commented AI will debug. Hopefully. I wish if there was actually an AI cool debugger that does the debugging without you asking it for. Any good courses you recommend? I recommend one course, the Front-End Masters one on JavaScript, the hard parts, and also Kyle Simpson, also like you don't know JavaScript course. And for the front end, there is this guy called, I forgot his name. He was on Reddit, and then he was on Netflix. He was also on Front-End Masters. He's very known. You will just try to React on Front-End Masters. He's the only one who does that. Front-End Masters is good for me because I don't seem to speak English as my first language, and when I hear it, I feel like I'm reading a book. So I tend to sleep if like if like the course is very long, like 60 hours or something. So what I do is just, I always say to myself, I wish if I find a course that is 4 hours, even if it's incomplete, it just puts me there, puts me in the right path, and then leave me go, right? And ProEvil said Primeagen. Yes, Primeagen has a Vim and very nice actually courses on Front-End Masters, but the one that I'm talking about, I just will find it right now. 1 second. GitHub. It's called Brian Holt. Yeah, Brian Holt, that's it. The course is called Complete React V9 course. Yeah. So yeah, that one is really amazing. I watched it live, actually. It was like very good. Some guy said, good night, bro. Good night, mate. school project. No, this is not a school project. Yeah. But the Primeagen also, the Primeagen was the one that actually recommended this keyboard for me. It was really nice. Yeah. And I actually met him once on Netflix because I worked there as well. Yeah. I worked for big companies actually, which is very odd with my level. Maybe people like me for just sticking to what I'm doing and maybe not caring about understanding or not understanding. I would just try until it works. And it seems like that's a good mentality to have, and especially in our development environment. And when with Netflix, I worked with like the EMEA platform, which is like Europe and Middle East, North Africa. It was like more Middle Eastern, North African part. And I had the peak of writing like UIs in the gaming platform that they had. They had like actually very much intentional gaming platform to be actually into the Netflix application, but then they dropped it. But yeah, when they dropped it, a lot of us left. And then when I left, I went to Adobe, which is very funny. Also, I jumped really from a big company to another big company. But Adobe was actually also shitty as fuck, like experience. I'm actually still working with them part-time now or something like that. I don't know. I don't even understand where is this going. And I work on like I work on the testing platform. So they have like a testing platform called Adobe Target, which lets me create tests on top of running pages. So basically you run the page with React and do all of that. And I hop on top of the page with another Offer.js, like with another JS like stack. I don't know how to explain it. It's just React is here, and then there is on top of it something else that is covering it up. So if I want very fast to change the button position or something like that, I can do it even with Vanilla.js with this code like catch on top, right? It was really nice and neat in the beginning. I liked it because I was moving UI very much, and then they find out that I'm good with CSS and stuff like that, like Tailwind and stuff, and they started to ship me like very hardcore tests, like change the whole UI. Okay, can I change this with React? No, you cannot. That's another team. Okay, but what should I do? Just write this Python script or write this JavaScript scripts that does it for you. So I have to inject sometimes stuff that are just purely Vanilla.js. So it's too much work because I ended up actually writing my own let's say even it can be own library at some point. Yeah, I can show you one. I have something of it in actually GitHub. Where is it? I called it here you go, repos. I called it something funny, I remember. Yeah, selectors on dope, I called it. Basically selectors on steroids. So for example, imagine that I want to do a tooltip, right? And this is the page. I go to IT offer is the catch that I told you is on top of the React part. So I check for every to be tooltip class, and I create the tooltip and the chevron from scratch, and I use the styles, and I do the length of it, and then I check if you passed any data sets. So if you pass the data set of direction up, then I will take it up. If you pass the width, then I will take it. Otherwise, I will set up the width to be 200. So I created the framework, honestly, like a full CSS framework at this point. And I didn't do it only like this. This is a tooltip part. Imagine if I'm going to do FAQ session. I didn't remember it. Yeah, here you go. I do like a chevron again, FAQ containers, all FAQs. I put them into an array. Or if you want to pass them into an array, I actually cover up all the spans. This is using Tailwind. And if it's not using Tailwind, it will have .nulled or nulled at the end. And then I extract it, and then I return to you like a full object of basically what you want to show in your parent element, which works actually. Imagine I did all of this from scratch, and I had to do it, and it was really too much for me. Yeah. And I call it to be framework. Like if you want your div to be something, you just call it to be class, to be FAQ, to be null, to be tooltip, to be wherever, right? So for example here, I have not all of them. To be radio button, for example, to be radio button needs to be like this. It looks at the app and specifies this keyword and then starts with this. If you pass a key, for checked or not, wherever. I do console log sometimes that I forget about, and then it returns this, and it's really amazing that I did this. I feel like it's really shaped my front end skills, honestly. Yeah, cool. That's it. But it's not. It wasn't showing this on Twitch as well. But yeah, it was just epic, kinda. Yeah. Here you go. Nice. Did you have any question, guys, before I go? Because honestly, I'm destroyed. Trying is nice until security becomes a thing. Hardly can data of any connected user. Are you using Replit or Cursors or V0? No, I'm not using anything of these. Can you explain how the package code work? How to package code? What do you mean how to package code? How to make it smaller, you mean? You mean probably the choosing of a compiler and transpiler is something that you need to check. Next program, IMT. Which language is that? This is TypeScript, by the way. And React. JavaScript, basically. Do you have any kind of template how to build a decent website? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What is the easiest way to host a Node.js app? That would be probably PM2 or NGINX. Learning like Docker, small Docker part, and then NGINX, and then it would be really, really easy for you. Hi everyone in the chat who's logging hi as well. Cool. Nice. Gringo said, which language is that? It's React framework or library with TypeScript. Alright guys, so we will stream like this every day, remember that. So every day you will find me here trying to actually solve with you some issues. And yeah, thanks a lot, by the way, for all the likes and the follows and stuff like that, because that pushes me forward. Yeah. Someone said, very interested in coding. That's nice. I like that there's a lot of people who are actually interested in this part. I really like that. Yeah. Thank you all for really being amazing. Go sleep, man. I'm going in a bit. Don't worry about that. Canon of Samos is actually here a lot of times, but very difficult. Are you a major in CS or something like that? Are you studying? And why it's difficult for you? I mean, it's difficult for me too. I mean, for all of us. Is there any place I could learn authentication in Python? I think, is there any library for authentication in Python? Let me just search best auth library for Python. Authlib seems to be the Python authentication best one that you can use. Or one second. Very, very odd docs. A lot of people saying Firebase for some reason. OAuth 2. OAuth 2 seems to be the one that they are all saying. Popular OAuth 2. Auth0 basically. And there's something called Authlib that is a Python one. Yeah, it's called authlib.org. You can go and check it. It's a Python authentication library that uses OAuth 1 and 2 sessions. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I started my coding journey last September. And how's it going, by the way? Yeah, I will do my best. Wish you all the best, user 16. I don't know your name, so I will call you by your ID. I want to be a blockchain developer. Yeah, make sure then to check the website of Roadmap that I always share. Just go one of the videos that I have on my TikTok contains that website, and you will find it. And it's actually a very long video, actually. The journey has been great so far, he said. The blockchain developer in the chat. Nice. Oh, he just started learning JavaScript, so you have any tips? It's very funny that all my tips I already shared on my videos. Just go and do a streak on the TikTok videos. You will really learn a lot. All right, so guys, what's next? What do we need to do next? I mean, we cleaned up this token blacklist thingy. Then we are really good to go. So what is coming next? Yeah. What should we build next? I mean, yeah, we should have done the to-do part, right? And then we go to the file part. I will wait for Novsky to be in the chat because he's the one that built it, to ask him as many questions as we can so we can understand his approach. He said that he wanted this to be AWS Supabase approach because a Supabase has like a AWS part of it, but I don't know, probably to just go and store everything in the assets basically folder. Sweet shops at set session, we already did that. Yeah. The journey has been great so far. Awesome, man. Cool. So guys, thank you for being here. Awesomely, I had a lot of fun. Delete, edit, to do. Yeah, we did that part today before you joined. I think so. But we didn't do the route for it. Yeah, we didn't do the route. So we did the get to do's, delete to do's. I think this is the delete to do. Maybe you can take a look at it before I go. And tomorrow we will continue with that, and then we move files directly. We store all our files because all my OGG files actually are in here in assets, downloads. So here they are really too much. I think this alone is just 500 megabytes or something like that. Holy shit. This is the delete to do part. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. And actually I will also add my models for the noises. No, they are added. You make the request to delete, but you could remove the find first. Yeah, actually that's correct. If to do, okay, wait a second. So this one you mean? Yeah, if to do is there. Oh, can I actually do to do and then delete directly? Yeah, I can, I think. No, I cannot. Yeah, why not to just do it directly, right? To do a D, just to make it actually correctly. Yeah, so this will return this to do. Actually, whatever it returns, I will return. In this case, I would never worry about if to do. This can be actually. Then if delete errors, you can handle that. I mean, yeah. You mean another try? I mean, the try catch will take care of that, right? But wait a second, why I'm getting user here? I don't need user, right? Why did I need user here? For the user ID. I got it. I was having a lot of questions. Yeah. Do you speak Spanish? No, I don't. What text editor do you use? I use NVim, NeoVim basically. Is it Vim? Yes, I will reply to him. Max Moore. Do you speak Spanish? Not really. You have const to do rec.body. That would mean rec.body is a string. Yes, is a string. Actually, I can just do it as a string. No. And by the way, this to do, I can just to do model, check if that what it returns. Yes, so it returns the to do 100%, because if it didn't, it will probably fire an error. And if you want to see what is that, here you go. Can you explain multi-threading? What I know of multi-threading, actually I know that Node.js uses like workers and stuff like that to do this. So it means that you can actually spin out some requests and do some processes in a multi-way, in a multi-requesting way. But honestly, I'm not that into it, and I never cared to know about it. But maybe if anybody in the chat knows what is multi-threading and what it is used for, especially with the node part, you can just let us know. Yeah. Yeah, Prisma already provides a type. Yeah, that I was thinking about. Yeah, actually provides the type 100%. But that's not the same type that I have for the front end though. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let me just check the migration part, because I know that this is the schema that I have, right? And model to do, this is the model noise that our friend added, because I didn't actually check it. This is the model of the noise. So ID string, title, path, file type, icon string, so you can upload icon with it. What? String? Should be in PNG or something, or an icon, or a path, or or a file. All right, so path is string, so I can probably also a string, right? Because you will upload it somewhere. I don't know. I will ask him here. I mean, it's not complete for sure, but I need to just check that part, right? Okay, let's check middleware. Middlewares, we have validate data. We didn't actually use it today at all, because we don't know what to use in this case, but we can validate data for certain routes that I have. So here, delete to do or add to do, we are using authenticate middleware. That's fine. Validate schema for login. We can validate schema for even the adding here, to just say, hey, it's just a type of text. But that part is just to be done later on. Description of adding to do's, yeah. So the description, we have a description for adding, right? Get to do's, add to do as a description, yeah. So the description needs to be, for example, like minimum 8 characters or something like that. Cool. And it actually can be taken from the front end as well. Cool. Yeah, I do have validation, yes. Does your front end consume the to-do object that returned from deleting? No, not really. It doesn't consume it at all. I don't need to consume it, I just need to validate it. That's it. I guess you have validations, or that's correct. Use authentication at this, add the user into the request, but you no longer need this as the passport file now. Does that right? Yes, correct. But I will do another task to delete that. So tomorrow, let's start with deleting the use auth authenticated middleware, plus second thing to add the to-do parts, to add the routes for to-dos. Nice. So that's it, guys. Thanks for the 60 people that are watching on TikTok, and thanks for the 2 people that are watching on Twitch. I don't know about Kick. Let me check, man. Kick, I never check. I need like to have all my chats in one place. Kick seems to have 21 followers only, so surely nobody's there. How old are you? I'm 30, by the way, 30. Yeah. All right, so see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks a lot. Please like the stream, follow. We will be back. And yeah, any enhancement that you want to do, please go to my Discord, click on my Discord, and I will share with you there the GitHub port for this, and where you can do a PR. Feel free to fork, PR, do whatever you want. I have no problem just looking at your suggestions, and that will be actually amazing. All right, that's it then. I will actually paste it also on TikTok here. And thanks for everybody who's following and watching. Really, I enjoy being with you guys here. You see in get to dos, for example, you have const user equal as. Oh yeah, that part needs to be fixed. But yeah, here it should be as user. Yeah, like that. Hopefully the front end still working fine. Let me just do this. Yeah, oops. Check blacklist something in users is still there. Check blacklist in users is still there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Check blacklist. Is there it? Like routes? Oh, because I deleted it. Check blacklist. Oh yeah, for sure. Alright, so now it should be working fine. Nice, cool. Alright guys, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it again, and see you tomorrow same time around midnight my time, 1 a.m. if you are in the UK, 3 p.m. if you are in somewhere in Texas, and everywhere. Please thumbs up and let me know what you want to add. And yes, I just copied the GitHub and shared it with you all in the chat. And then something else that we will do is just to kind of go to Discord as well, and I will paste it there. All right, so see you tomorrow. Very nice to see all of you here as always attending this live stream, and thanks for all the followers and all the people that are following even late night. And I will answer all your questions. Just DM if you have any. So tomorrow same time. See you guys and good night. Bye bye. Ciao everyone.